Scottsboro was terrible about it.
One of the worst towns I've ever played. I used to give them cops hell. They would come in and I would just terrorize them right there on the microphone. They fucking hated me.
Dude, they
hated me. They would sit across the street
from parking lots of clubs.
And I would pull over there and cuss them out, make them roll their window down. I'd cuss them out. I'd pull right up to them. They pulled me over nearly every time leaving that bar. And one time, I'm leaving the bar, man, and I knew not to drink. Like if I had a few drinks, it would be I'd be done.
Nope.
I'd be done by 11 o'clock. I wouldn't have anything to drink after that. And so, because I knew what was going to happen, so I pull out, and across the street there's a cop sitting there, and it was a female cop. So I go on. I lock my cruise control in at every speed zone I'm in.
Yeah.
And I had a new truck, factory tires, all that shit came from the factory, nothing been changed on it. So I knew it was calibrated. So I get on up, 3 or 4 turns down the road, and I meet this cop coming head on, and I'm going 55. Well, he zips in right behind me. He comes up there, and he said, Mr. Stone, reason I pulled you over, you was going 72 in the 55. I said, no, I was not. I said, I was not going 55.
You ain't heard about me.
I wasn't going 72 in the 55. And he said, well, I clocked you at 70. I said, no, you didn't. I said, the reason you pulled me over is because of this female cop that's about to pull up behind us in less than 30 seconds. I didn't know how to get that out of my mouth. Though. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Lights come on, and here she was right behind us. I said, that's why you pulled me over, because she watched me leave the bar just a few minutes ago. Mm-hmm. I cussed them both out, and I said, this is about the 13th time y'all have stopped me. You've never caught me drinking. I've never been speeding. I said, I know how you some bitches are. And I said, I'm fixing to go down and file a complaint on y'all for harassment. They got in the car and left.
What's that lady cop's name now?
I wish I could remember their dadgum names. But man, I mean, I got stopped down in Sneed, leaving my mother-in-law's house, headed back to Nashville, man. And this is on YouTube. This dude pulled me over. I put it on YouTube. I made my son video it, and he was scared to death.
God bet.
And this cop, man, pulled me over. He had a car pulled over. And before we got to him, my wife said, we got to go back. I left my makeup bag at Mama's. I said, no, you didn't. So I pulled down, and I said, look in the trunk, because she does it all the time. I forgot this, or I ain't got that. She's always got it, always. And so she gets out, checks it, we got it. So I get back on the road and pull out and head on down the way. Well, as I'm passing this cop, he runs back to his car, and I thought, what the hell? He must have got a call. So I go on down the road, and I'm on 278 there, and there's no shoulder at all. All of a sudden, blue lights come on, and I look down. I'm going about 65 and a 55, and I thought, God, how stupid. How stupid. I just saw that cop pull out, and now I'm speeding. I just got absent-minded. So I put on my flashers, let him know, I see you, dude, and there's nowhere to pull over. Finally, he whips on his siren, so I just stopped in the middle of the road. He comes up there, and he said, the reason I pulled you over is because you turned around in that parking lot. And I said, was that illegal? He said, no, but it's highly suspicious. And I said, well, I knew I had him right there. He couldn't write me a ticket for anything. That's illegal stop.
Right.
100%.
What's the ticket?
Can't do shit. So I figured he's going to go back there and run my driver's license, see if I got any warrants or whatever. He comes back up there with a fucking ticket for driving on a suspended license for a DUI in 95. First of all, my license ain't suspended, hadn't been. I've never had a DUI in my entire life. Never. Not one time. And I said, you are full of shit, man. I said, I'm not signing that. I said, I'm not signing that stupid-ass ticket. I said, I've never had a DUI in my entire life. I said, you call your dispatcher right now, and I want to hear her read that back to you. You give her my number. And she did it. I said, that's bullshit. I said, I'm not signing that. I said, you call your supervisor down here right now. I said, I know what y'all are doing. I said, you're not roping me into coming back down here to this bullshit town.
Yeah, paying tickets and shit.
Well, it was a scam they was running. They'd get people down there that didn't know any better and say, well, we're going to dismiss this ticket if you pay the court cost.
Right.
And
that's all they want.
Most people don't know no better, so they go in there and just hand out $200 or $300 on this court cost. Well, they tell them they've dismissed the ticket. Well, the damn ticket was illegal to start with.
That's right.
You can't just pull people over for no reason just because they look suspicious. That's illegal.
Yeah.
And if they'd have found a body in my trunk after that, he couldn't have charged me with it It's illegal stop.
We know what it's
And
like
so-
to feel black. We know what it's
So-
like. We drive through Albertville too.
If any of y'all think you have a man card after listening to John Stone,
Oh yeah.
because I ain't ever looked at a cop and said, I ain't fucking signing shit.
And I know people's like, yeah, I said that. It's on YouTube. You can look it up. And I told it gets better. I told him, I said, you get your supervisor down here right now. I said, you get him.
He pulled
All
a
right, Karen.
Yeah, Karen.
I said, you get your supervisor down here right now. We ain't going nowhere. You get him down here right now. And he's finally like, I'm just going to tear this ticket up, Mr. Stone. I said, you ain't going nowhere. And he turned around and started walking back to the car. I'm hanging out the window. I said, you get your ass back here till I'm through with you. I said, you just wasted 30 minutes of mine and my family's time.
What's it called? Cop versus Crooked John. Crooked John versus John.
I swear. I'm not lying, man. And I told him, I said, you get your ass back here. You just wasted 30 minutes of mine and my family's life. You're not going anywhere till I'm done with you.
Let's see what you said. Hold
Till
on.
I'm done with you.
All right, Dustin, run this shit.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Let me hear it.
My driver's license ain't revoked.
I want to hear this too.
He said
I
your
never had a
license is
DUI in
revoked.
my life.
He said I had suspended license for a DUI
I
that I never got.
I ain't never had a DUI in my life.
All right, sir. Well, you need to check with Tennessee then, 'cause they're coming back revoked, okay?
No. No, they're not.
The ticket for driving while revoked?
No, sir. You call that back in. I want to hear it. I don't believe that. I don't believe it for 1 second.
636 dispatch.
I want you to get your supervisor out here.
Told you.
Oh, Country Karen's ready to roll.
Damn right.
That's what we're going to start calling you, Country Karen. Oh, my God.
I see your supervisor, brother.
There ain't no way you're giving me a ticket and I got to come back down here to this bullshit town for that. That's invalid to start with. Because turning around is not illegal.
Shit in town.
I'm videotaping this, by the way. Hold this over here where you can get this cop's face. Tell me your name. What's your name, sir?
Officer Randall, it's on the ticket.
Oh, I can see it in his face.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
he knew he lost right then.
636 dispatch. Can you repeat the information one more time for him, please?
You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, no, he's defeated.
Full of shit. God, a W for the common man. This is the best ever.
Bullshit.
I guess I'm going to rip this ticket up.
I pushed this guy out so bad, he turned around and walked away. Got in his car and did a U-turn. I'm telling you, they're running a scam down there, dude.
You know, I think the two cops across the street left when they seen you pull in.
They ran your tiger like
They're like, let's get the out of here.
Because they know they're going to have to bring him in anyway.
My
Like,
God. Now, man, I ain't got disrespect for police. They got a tough job. But if I know I'm right, man, you're not
Yeah.
going to run over me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and if I'm wrong, I'm like, yes, sir. I'm going to try to get out of that ticket if I know I'm messing up.
Well,